All right, guys, what is up? Got another quick video tonight. I am like freaking super tired. Today was just a rough day for me, and I got home and found this guy waiting for me on the by my couch. My wife actually got him off the front porch, and I took him out of the box, and we had to do a little bit of running around. So this is the way that he showed up, and what a fitting figure character to have come on a Friday than Jason Voorhees. So this is the brand new NECA quarter scale Jason that just popped out. This is the final chapter. It's been shown at all the different toy fairs, Comic-Con, different shows. NECA started to ship these about a week ago because I'm on the East Coast. It came from the West Coast, so it took about 4 days because I got shipping confirmation on Saturday, or maybe it was on Monday, I think is what it was, because it said it was shipping Friday. So got my tracking and everything. It arrived today, and for the most part, the box was completely destroyed. You guys can't really see it, but I'm gonna tilt down because I do want to show this. There's a huge crease in my box. It barely even stands up at all, which is a bit of a bummer. But overall, the actual artwork looks really good. I'm still going to keep this box even though it's kind of ruined, but I'm just blown away and super excited. So I'm just going to give you an initial first look at this figure. I'm going to take him out of the package because I want to make sure that he didn't have anything damaged. He is obviously going to go on display out of the package with my other quarter scale NECA figures from the old school. I'm going to do a side-by-side, just really quick comparison of them in this video, but I just want to kind of get in here and get this guy open. If you notice, this head was just kind of bouncing around in the package, which kind of sucked, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully we don't have any jacked up joints, because my Deadpool that my wife bought me for Christmas a couple years ago was messed up from NECA, and I'm just hoping to God that I don't have any of those issues with this. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is talk to you about the actual packaging. Up front, you see Jason, and like it's all busted in here too, which I'm so angry about that. But you've got Jason. You can see the chevron is kind of half there, half not there. He's got an alternate head sculpt. If you can see inside there, I don't know how well you can see, but I'll show you. There's his weapons and another hand. Looks like a double-sided axe, which is what I'm going to display him with, which is amazing. And he looks really, really, really awesome. So I'm really excited to kind of see how he compares. I'm going to do a full review comparing him to everything, but I'm just kind of taking this in, guys, because this is the first time that I've seen this as well. On the side, you've got some box art here where you see Jason going for the stab. Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Then it says NECA Real Toys at the bottom here. You guys can probably not really see that. There you go. And then on the back is where all the magic happens here. And it says Friday the 13th, the final chapter. You have a lot of the same artwork that you got from the Ultimate figure. I wonder, does he come with the tombstone in there? Probably not, but I can't really tell. I wish he did. That'd be awesome. But on the back here, you do get the words Friday the 13th, the final chapter, and it says, after his revival in a hospital morgue, the hiking mass murderer fixes his vengeful attention on the Jarvis family and a group of carefree teenagers. Young Tommy Jarvis is an aficionado of horror films with a special talent for masks and makeup effects. Has the diabolical Jason finally met his match? Question. Ooh. So these are some great images, product images. Right at the bottom, you've got him getting hit with the actual machete to the head, and I think it can stick in there. It does show the tombstone on the back. I may end up making my own one of those at some point. You see the split hand, which is awesome. You see the axe wielder with the mask up, and you see one of the more iconic poses of Jason, which is really awesome. On the other side, you see Jason with those old gnarly hands, and look at these hands. Those things are gnarly. He's holding that axe. And at the top, it just says the final chapter as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out my two tools that I need, which is my snip tool and my knife. And we're going to get into this package. So I just went ahead and cut the actual top portion so we can get him out. hopefully he comes out without a lot of issues. And if you guys are wondering, if you do see my arm, I just got some more work done, so I'm still peeling just a little bit. So let's go ahead and stand him up so you can see him. And we are going to snip a few spots. One. If somebody comments, I can't hear you right now. I can't see it right now, so I apologize, but welcome. Because I'm like doing this one-man band tonight, so hopefully you're not too mad at me for not responding to your comment. So just going through and cutting everything. My main focus is checking to make sure he didn't have any busted arms or leg joints, because that would be devastating for me, because you guys know I'm a huge Jason fan, so hopefully nothing happens with that. I'm also trying not to damage the paint and just being real careful when I cut this stuff. God, dog, boy, they're making sure Jason doesn't get stolen. I don't know if these are going to be in the Target stores or not. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But we'll just have to wait and see. And if you're joining late, if you see my arm in the live and wonder what's going on, I just had some tattoo work done, so my arm might be a little wonky right now. I apologize. All right, so let's go ahead and get this head out so we can look at the actual damaged head, and it is pretty freaking hideous. He looks like the guy from Goonies. Hey, you guys! That's who he looks like. I forget what his name is, but he looks like him a little bit. So this head looks really good. Now, for comparison, hold on one second. I want to grab the head of my statue, Jason, just so you guys can get an idea of how they look together. So here's my statue, Jason, that I got from Sideshow. And then here is this Jason. The interesting thing is that I think the opposite eye is jacked up, but the mouth and the head sculpt looks really good. This is part 3. This is part 4, which is the new thing. So you can kind of see there are some differences, but both look really good. He looks like he's like high and got stabbed here. And here he just looks like Debo a little bit. So there you go, just a quick comparison of the heads. Let me go put this back because I don't want anything to happen to this polystone head. All right, coming back, guys. So this head sculpt is a plus. I definitely recommend at least maybe thinking about using it, because I think it looks really good. So let's go ahead and get Jason out so he can breathe. Hopefully, he's got one of the damn things around his neck. Man, that's a pain in the butt. Hold on. Hopefully I can get to this. Trying to get in here without damaging anything. Here's a pain in the butt. These little tires. Probably could have went around the back and did it too. But why do things the easy way when you do it the hard way? Right. He's heavy too, you guys. Holy smokes. Alright, so we got Jason out and he's got a little bit of articulation. I hope you guys can see this, but I'm going to remove the mask, the hockey mask, so you can see this other face, and I'm going to bring him close, and I'm going to compare the two faces that actually come with this Jason, so you see what you might or might not be able to get. So there you go with both eyes. I like this head better. That's on the body, but this one's cool as well if you want to do something like a dead Jason. He looks good. He's heavy. Even though he's just plastic, man, this guy's heavy. I'm going to get down here a little bit. And I want to talk about weathering. He does have ratchet joints, as you just probably heard. One of my Jason's arms were twisted, but it looks okay. So that's cool. The shirt is medium hard slash, it's plastic, but it's like it can move. It's not completely hard, but it is firm, I guess is the best way to describe it. The weathering, you guys, looks insane. I'm going to try to get him to stand up, but he's been in the packaging for a while, but he looks really good. Overall, I'm going to turn him around and hopefully have him not fall. Then I'll show you the hockey mask, but he looks really good. he looks more like an ogre. See that profile, something out of Lord of the Rings or something like that. So he's got a really wide back. His shoulders, look how his back looks great. And they've sculpted in all this extra detail here where the shirt hangs and the sleeves open, and it just looks really good. The pants look great. The hand looks pretty good. He does have the hand can swivel, and there is a joint, as you can see, so we can go back. So there's some range of motion there. The arm can bend, I think, but I'm not gonna mess with it too much right now. I'm gonna heat this whole thing up before I do anything, but I'm pretty sure that the elbow does bend, probably single jointed is what I'm guessing. The hands look great. The legs are on a ratchet, as you can kind of tell. I don't know, he can kick out some. Again, I'm not gonna do a lot until I have the opportunity to heat this up. The knee should bend, but it's probably gonna be single jointed. Have a little swivel at the ankle here, and the feet, he sits pretty flat, but the joints do sound good and strong, which are awesome. He really can't bend forward. I don't know how you can see that. Maybe a little bit, or back. The head can look up about that much. It can look way down. It can look side to side. So he can look at, like, I don't know what's going on. He can look the other way, but he looks just freaking scary. See if I can get this other leg to ratchet. Yeah. So I think it's trying to get him in a pose where I don't move and he falls over. All right, hold on. Come on, Jason. All right, there we go. So let's talk about this hockey mask really quick, because that's important. The actual hockey mask itself looks brilliant. It's got a nice crack in it, and it's nice and hard, nice and weathered. Chevrons look good, nice sculpt. And even though this is plastic, it's just a really nice plastic, so I really like this a lot. I like the actual little accents. It's painted very well. Hope this is picking up pretty good. This thing is sick, you guys. That's the only way I can describe it. Wow. Let's get the hockey mask back on. I'll give you some up close. He even's got like some spit in his mouth. I don't know how well that's picking up with the light, but you can see some shiny like spit areas. So this is what the shirt looks like up close. Lots of nice blood stains. Those hands, those fingernails. Nice work on the pants there. The shoes look amazing as well. So this is just really, really awesome. I'm just trying to get him to stand, so bear with me. Once I move him, he didn't really want to stand so well. He's gonna crash. All right, so let's see if we can get this mask back on, see what that looks like. So it should be able to just slide back over, and boom. And that looks really good. He does have a bit of a waist swivel, but not a lot, but he does have something. Get his legs out, getting a look. I like him looking to the side like so. Oh, that looks sick. Let's get these weapons out, because I do want to show you those. So he's got another hand and some weapons that are included in the side of the packaging. Same way they do the turtle, same way they've been doing, I think, since the Deadpool, maybe even before that with the Predator figures in the quarter scale. I don't know how tall he is yet, but I am going to weigh him in a second. We'll get his hand out. We will get all of his weapons out. So bear with me 1 second. I don't want to break anything. Butcher knife looks great. The axe is what I'm really in it for. And he has a huge, and I mean huge, machete. Holy smokes. Looks like a freaking kitchen knife. Check this out. I can hold this, and I wear large size gloves. This thing is massive. Let's figure out how long this machete is, you guys, and let me go the other way, because I just want to show you this is crazy. So here's the machete full length. It's roughly a 7-inch machete, 6 3/4 almost, well, 6 1/2. So this is like the size of a freaking Marvel Legends figure. Nice and bloody. Whew, man, that's awesome. So he's got that. He also comes with a Michael Myers style butcher knife, which I may actually use with my Michael Myers. I hadn't decided yet, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. The blood doesn't look that great on it, but the knife sculpt is really nice. It is roughly 4 inches dead up for that accessory. And my favorite accessory is this axe. And this thing is huge. It hardly even fits in frame. So you got blood on one side, but it is a double-sided axe. Nice metal-looking detail there. Looks like it's been sharpened and everything. I'm just making sure he doesn't fall. Had to stop. The wood on the handle texturing looks amazing. Well, that's picking up, but it looks really good. And this accessory is altogether a little over roughly 8.5. So this is a really big accessory. The only other thing he comes with is one more hand, and this is the other hand. This is the one where he got chopped right between that ring finger area, and ooh, that looks like it hurts. Great blood detail there. The fingernails look done to perfection. Look at the inside of that hand. Wow, this is awesome. Wish they would have painted that. I may go in and color match that, but that looks great as well. Let's see how tall he is. Now I have him kind of, he's standing almost straight up and down, but he is at an angle. So he's not, this isn't exact, add a few millimeters to this. But he stands roughly 20.5 inches. Could be 20 3/4. So he's about 20.5 inches, which is really nice and really tall. Let's see how well. And some people may disagree with me, but I only like Jason to hold one accessory. You know, if you disagree, that's fine. But I like him holding one thing at a time. So I'm going to give him the axe because that's how I'm going to display my Jason. And this feels like it is really wood. Maybe like what a pencil's made out of or something. Hold on, guys, 1 second. This he does hold things tight, looks like. So rather than going, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I really wish they would have gave accessories that connect, kind of like the Part 6 spear or rod iron piece, because I could just see if he falls, this is gonna be bad news. But that looks freaking sick, you guys. Once I get him to stand back up, there he goes. And he's looking, he's got that X. He's ready to drop it on somebody. I think that looks really good. And I think that's how I'm gonna display him, some version of that with the axe up. I may have him do a double hand hold with it, but I like him having that hand out like he's about to, whoo, Jesus. See, told you. My heart just dropped. Gotta be careful. Jason, chill out, buddy. Don't fall. He's been drinking. It's the weekend. So he looks good. Everything looks really good. And that's why I like to do these live, because, you know, when it's not live, I can hide a lot of stuff. And it's not just me, but anybody can. I really like how he's looking with that axe kind of turned in and he's tucked away, looking for some campers, ready to change their Pampers. It's going down. And I think that just looks freaking sick. Yeah, it does look like Camo Pants. I think they went a little heavy with with the dirtying up, I guess is the best way to do it, or adding the distress look. And it's not random enough. It looks like a camo pattern. I will agree with that to a degree. But overall, I think he looks still pretty amazing. So just wanted to kind of show you guys, and hopefully he doesn't fall and I have to catch him. But man, oh man. If you're a Jason fan or you're just a horror fan and you like the big figures from NECA, this is a must purchase. I think he's running $119.99 on Big Bad Toy Store, but they don't have him shipping out until September. And maybe that's changed in the last day, but last time I looked, that's how it was. But I just think, and the head swivels really easily. So he's got kind of the Michael Myers look going on now. Maybe looking the other way. That is sick to me. Don't know about you, but it's sick to me. All right, guys, so that's everything here. Let's do a quick comparison because that's important just to kind of give you some perspective. So we are going to remove the turntable and we'll sit Jason in the center here. And let's go ahead and bring in that man, Michael Myers. And you can't bring Michael Myers in without hitting that beat. So that's pretty cool. I know that was lame, sorry. I just had to do it. And then we're gonna bring in another Jason, which is my favorite, was my favorite, Big Jason, until this one, which is this dude right here. And as you can see, the new Jason, the quarter scale figure, towers over both the remake and the Michael Myers. Now, I will tell you, I don't think that that's absolutely right scaling wise, because I think that I forget what the gentleman's name is who played this Jason. He's tall as crap, and he's a stunt man, and I suspect that the scaling when they were doing these other ones was different than the scaling and everything when they're doing the new ones, because my Freddy Krueger that I got from part 2 is about this same height. He's taller too, so that makes sense. So just kind of keep that in mind, that the newer quarter scale figures from NECA are taller and scaled a little bit bigger than the legacy stuff, which would be this one definitely, because this one's hard to find, especially with the knife intact and for a reasonable price. And then that one. So just kind of keep that in mind. If I had to have just one Jason, honestly, I've got to go with this new one, even though he does have kind of some funky fatigue pants. He doesn't have a ton of articulation, but that's okay. These, in my opinion, are a poor man's sideshow statue. They don't. You're not gonna move them a lot and play with them as action figures. You're gonna pose them and leave it alone. And I like having a little bit of extra posability. I think that Jason is a huge step articulation wise than either of these figures. This is basically a statue. That's basically a statue. This is actually a figure. So that is really nice. Everything looks good. That Jason also has a humongous machete. And, you know, the butcher knife, as you can kind of see with Michael here. Boom. And it's the clean Michael Myers, clean butcher knife. Hopefully we get an 18-inch of the new movie Michael Myers. That would be awesome. But, yeah, guys, just wanted to share this with you. If you're on the fence, this is a great figure. I'm not going to rate it yet. I'm going to start doing a new rating system with my things. I've got some Pennywise reviews coming out very soon, so you'll definitely want to check those out, where I review, compare, talk about, is it worth your money? I know a lot of people have already jumped out there and tried to be first with that, and awesome for those folks, but I want to take my time and really play with the Pennywise figures before I decided to give you my honest opinion on them. And the same thing with this figure. He is right now just a first look. I'm going to have him stand up, and I'm going to see how I like him with the axe and see how everything holds up, see if he falls, and I'll keep you guys posted. But yeah, great start to the weekend for me. If you got any questions, please let me know. I appreciate you guys. If you are on the fence, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, share it, and definitely help me try and get to 30,000 subscribers. That would be amazing, and I can't do it without you. So definitely thank you so much for your time, because you could be doing something else. I will see you in the next video. Have an amazing weekend. Be safe.